Welcome everyone to our session on extending data security into your multi-cloud apps and solutions. My name is Hammad Rajjoub. I'm a Director of Product Marketing for Microsoft Purview.
Hi, I'm Maithili Dandige, Partner Product Manager at Microsoft Purview. Data is an essential asset for any organization, and much of the data we use is considered sensitive, confidential, or otherwise high risk. Appropriately protecting this data in your multi-cloud apps and solutions can be complex, with significant consequences for mistakes.
In this session, you will learn how to leverage the data security capabilities of Microsoft Purview in your custom applications and services. This will allow you to protect both structured and unstructured data. First, we will define Microsoft's data security, compliance, risk, and privacy solutions. Then, we will review the developer offerings and critical scenarios in each product area. Last but not the least, we will discuss how you as a developer can act on this information. Microsoft is the largest security company in the world. The Microsoft security portfolio consists of 6 families, including Defender, Sentinel, Intune, Purview, Priva, and Entra. Together, these 6 product families cover more than 50 product categories, covering security, compliance, privacy, identity, and management areas. Now let's do a double click down into Microsoft Purview solutions that we are covering today. Microsoft Purview is a comprehensive set of solutions to help govern, protect, and manage your entire digital data state across multi-cloud, multi-platform environments, while meeting data security, risk, and compliance-related requirements. Microsoft Purview unifies information protection, data governance, risk management, and compliance solutions so you can manage your data in one place. You can leverage that visibility to help close exposure gaps, simplify tasks through automation, stay up to date with the regulatory requirements, and ensure the safety of your most important asset, that is your data. We frequently hear some top data security concerns from our customers. We have found that 83% of organizations experience more than one data breach in their lifetime. So it's not a matter of if, but when. Malicious insiders account for 20% of data breaches, adding to the total average cost of $15.4 million to resolve these issues. And protecting data is not easy. 80% of decision makers purchase multiple products to meet compliance and data protection needs. The risks from a data breach or malicious insider aren't unique to commercial software. Data created and referenced in custom apps and solutions are just as susceptible to these threats. As organizations think about protecting their most important asset, their data, they must create a defense in-depth approach around it. There are 3 key components to this strategy. Let's start with protecting sensitive data. Our customers need solutions that provide unparalleled visibility into their entire digital data state. Whether the data is on-premise, is it hybrid or multi-cloud, does not matter. You can't protect what you can't see. So being able to discover, classify, label, and protect sensitive information, no matter where it lives or travels, is super, super critical. Data doesn't move itself. People move it. Applications move it. So you need to understand the user and the application context and the intent around the data when it moves, so effectively protect it with the right policy. The next layer of defense considers user context to identify potential data risks and risky activities that may lead to data security incidents. This enables security teams to take mitigation actions really quickly. The last layer of defense in this integrated, in-depth approach is to prevent data loss or unauthorized use of data. Organizations need a way to balance protection and productivity without compromising either. It's critical to ensure proper access controls and that you have set policies to prevent actions like improperly saving, storing, printing, exfiltrating sensitive information. And of course, underlying everything here is a robust ecosystem of partners, third-party apps, platforms, and clouds. As we know, your data isn't just within the Microsoft environments. We aim to ensure that these layers are put in place to protect your data no matter where it is. Of course, we have a thriving partner ecosystem with hundreds of partners, but today we want to invite you all to join us in this journey. Now, I will hand it over to Maithili to discuss the specific opportunities for developers in each one of our Microsoft Purview products.
Thank you, Hammad. We've designed Microsoft Purview to be extensible to meet the needs of our customers and partner ecosystem. Of course, developers are at the heart of our extensibility value proposition. We accomplish this goal in 4 ways. First, we ensure developers can extend Microsoft Purview's value to multi-cloud and hybrid data locations. Next, we offer APIs and an SDK to enable this extension and integration across Purview solutions. Then, we support developers in building customizations to meet niche industry or customer requirements. Lastly, we provide ecosystem program support to customers and partners to ensure solutions are scalable and follow the best practices. Together, these investments support line of business app integration, developing managed services, and more. Let's get into some of the specifics. We have announced many APIs over the past several years for data security, compliance, and risk management scenarios listed here in this graphic. Some of the highlights from the past year include Microsoft Graph APIs to automate eDiscovery and subject request processes. There are, of course, many more to come. These APIs are part of a robust and well-established Microsoft Graph API ecosystem that spans trillions of nodes and hundreds of billions of requests per month. The Graph API ecosystem exposes multiple APIs from Microsoft Cloud Services through a single REST API endpoint. It uses one authentication and authorization system for all required services and consistent and unified metadata, payload format, and error handling. Your apps can use Microsoft Graph to perform CRUD operations on data sources and entities using the development environment with which you're familiar. Let's start with your first challenge: knowing and protecting sensitive data that resides across your hybrid and multi-cloud environment. Microsoft Purview information protection includes comprehensive data classification methods to help you locate sensitive, personal, or high-value data. These methods include manual and automatic data classification, such as regular expressions to identify patterns, exact data matching to target your unique data accurately, and more. Especially notable are the classifiers that automatically leverage machine learning to identify data at scale using pattern matching methods. You may need help finding this content, such as patents, contracts, and resumes. Once you've identified your confidential and sensitive data, you can use Microsoft Purview to apply protections through labels. This protection includes encryption into Microsoft 365 apps like Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, services like SharePoint, Exchange, or Power BI, and data protection in Azure. Encryption protects your data at rest, in transit, and in use. The Information Protection Developer Platform extends our classification, labeling, and protection experience to non-Microsoft apps, services, and file types. Using our platform SDK and APIs, you can integrate with applications using a standard, consistent data labeling schema and protection service. Now, let's look more closely at the Microsoft Information Protection SDK. The SDK exposes the labeling and protection services from information protection to non-Microsoft applications and services. Developers can use the SDK to build native support for applying file labels and protection. You can decide which actions to take when specific labels are detected and interact with data encrypted by information protection. We support the SDK with 8 platforms, including Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, and more. Our next Microsoft Information Protection solution is records management. Organizations of all types require a solution to govern the lifecycle of sensitive data across their estate. Microsoft Purview Records Management helps you automatically retain and delete sensitive data to balance security, privacy, and legal requirements. It includes defensible approval processes and audit trail. Our partners have also developed data connectors to archive non-Microsoft messaging data in Microsoft 365, so you can manage it with Microsoft Purview products. The Microsoft Graph APIs for records management help organizations manage retention labels and actions more efficiently. Developers can automate repetitive tasks, trigger actions from non-Microsoft 365 systems, and perform activities at scale. For example, you can programmatically trigger events that drive the retention and deletion of sensitive data based on data in non-Microsoft 365 systems. A typical scenario is when you add an employee resignation date to an HR system. You can trigger the deletion of employees' data according to your policies. The next Microsoft Purview solution to highlight is Microsoft Purview eDiscovery Premium. eDiscovery Premium helps organizations efficiently respond to legal matters or internal investigations with intelligent capabilities that reduce data to only what's relevant. It does this by discovering and collecting data in place within your Microsoft Purview boundary. eDiscovery Premium manages workflows efficiently by streamlining your eDiscovery processes with an end-to-end workflow from one platform. Lastly, it helps you get insights quickly with built-in capabilities, reducing review time and costs. Microsoft Purview eDiscovery Premium has an extensive list of available Microsoft Graph APIs. These include APIs to create a new case, modify case settings, manage custodians, and much more. Learn about eDiscovery Premium APIs in our dedicated Microsoft Build on-demand session, Automate and Extend New Compliance APIs. Microsoft Priva helps you streamline privacy management by storing, processing, and disposing of personal information in compliance with local and global regulations. Priva assesses your organization's privacy posture and proactively finds and resolves privacy risks like data hoarding, data transfers, and data oversharing. It processes data subject right requests at scale with automated data discovery, conflict detection, in-place review, and secure collaboration. It also increases awareness of privacy requirements and risks with privacy training and automated reminders to review and delete obsolete items. The subject right request solution helps you manage privacy regulation requests at scale. For specific privacy regulations around the world, individuals can make requests to review or manage the personal data about themselves that companies have collected. The Microsoft Graph API for subject right requests enables developers to integrate requests that include Microsoft 365 data with the broader privacy ecosystem. This extensibility option helps organizations to search for their data across their entire estate, covering both Microsoft and non-Microsoft environments. This capability also enables you to scale through automation to meet regulations more efficiently without relying on manual processes. The last extensibility option we are highlighting today is Power Automate Workflows. Power Automate is a workflow engine from Microsoft that helps you create automation between your favorite multi-cloud apps and services to synchronize files, get notifications, collect data, and more. Microsoft Purview integrates with Power Automate into our products so that you can customize workflows related to approvals, escalations, requests, and other risk and protection processes. For example, if you prefer to manage subject right requests using a low-code option, you can automate the processes using Power Automate. Lastly, Power Automate can use any Graph API in your workflow. These actions include the Microsoft Purview APIs mentioned previously and any APIs to pull graph data into your workflow for additional context or reference. Let's look at a specific example of using Power Automate with Microsoft Purview. It is common to have an approval process for contracts using Power Automate. Contracts typically contain personal information that need protection. When the contract is approved as final, Power Automate can apply a retention label that enforces our policy for retaining and deleting personal information in contracts. We can also ensure the contract isn't further modified so that the approved version is the single source of truth.
Thanks, Maithili. Thank you all for joining us in this session today. To recap, Microsoft Purview offers multiple developer ecosystem opportunities. First, we ensure developers can extend Microsoft Purview's value to multi-cloud and hybrid data locations. Next, we offer APIs and SDKs to enable this extension. Then we support customizations to meet niche industry or unique customer requirements. Lastly, we provide ecosystem programs to support our customers, partners, and developer ecosystem.
We would love to have you join us as we build a developer ecosystem around our data security, compliance, risk, and privacy solutions. If you'd like to learn more or ready to try our APIs, please visit the aka.ms link on your screen.
We truly welcome your feedback on Microsoft Graph APIs at aka.ms/graph requests. Thank you so much for joining us today.